What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up a little bit after where we left off last time. I took a few battles off camera, mostly part of quests here at Grafenheid. Very low paying stuff, but ultimately not very interesting battles. However, before we unpause here, let me go ahead and show you guys. Off camera, I went ahead and made a few decisions about what I wanted to do with the available perks that we have for some of our brothers. And where did I land here? So Rainer, I gave him this great sword. What do I want to do with you, buddy? He is our Beast Slayer. So the big thing that I want to do, guys, is to give people perks that kind of match their backgrounds. So I was looking at, for instance, like Folkier here is a witch hunter. So I wanted to give him some of the perks that might match the background of someone who is a witch hunter, and that was kind of my idea. There's so much, though. I want to do that without sacrificing combat efficiency. I think here, for Folkier, we're going to give him crossbow mastery, because I feel like a witch hunter would be a master of using a crossbow, as they are in many different fantasy mediums. So that I settled on. I thought that was a good choice. We've also got Rainer von Emmerich, who is a Beast Slayer. And I don't know if I've quite settled yet on him, whether or not I want him to use any particular weapon yet. We could potentially give him even the Crusher. Something to rotate with. Not 100% on that yet. That's not like the best idea I've ever had, to give someone like him a flail. Especially if we're also going to use him as a dual purpose, spiked impaler user. But he's got 2 stars in range skill. His melee skill is somewhat low. But as a Beast Slayer, I was looking at skills like Resilient. I was looking at things like Pathfinder. Things that I think an experienced Beast Slayer would have. Man, another 4 roll here in range skill feels pretty good. 3 in fatigue. We've got to make sure he can wear the heavier stuff. And what else? I think I'm just going to take 1 more in resolve and pretty much never pump that again. I've got him over 60. That's as high as I ever want to pump that. And now, what was the last thing I settled on? I kind of wanted him to have rotation as well. I'm going to prioritize giving him things that make it so that he is survivable in the early game. And then as we get into the later game, we'll switch it up. I kind of like Crippling Strike's Executioner. I think that's kind of fitting with the Beast Slayer. Relentless. Anticipation, not that great on him. I said I had decided, but I'm not 100% yet. We can hold off. If you're ever not 100% sure, the best thing you can do is hold off. But this is the big deal. We managed to level up Sir Gimli Hammerhead. So let's give him his stat rolls here. Definitely want him to have a bit more fatigue. 3 roll in melee skill is quite nice. And then I think we'll certainly just take another 3 in melee defense. Pretty good. So now we have 2 perks to spend. Typical wisdom tells me to go ahead and take Steel Brow as one of them. And I'm not against that. The dude's name is literally Hammerhead, so I think I have to. So what that's going to do, for those of you who don't know, hits to the head no longer cause critical damage to this character, which also lowers the risk of sustaining debilitating head injuries significantly. And then for the last one, I was thinking Sir Gimli is such like kind of an evil man. I was thinking of giving him Fearsome. And I think that makes sense. Either that or Killing Frenzy is kind of what I was leaning towards. So, you know what? Let's go with Killing Frenzy. He's an evil Black Knight, essentially, and I like that, and I feel like it matches him quite well. So if you have been paying attention, you might notice that I've decked out Behemoth the Black and the gear from the Barbarian King. We managed to get his armor with the attachment, as well as his heavy horn plate helmet, and I've given that to Behemoth. I think he looks awesome. And it's a little bit inefficient. We have slightly better armor than this now. But as I rotated it around my party, I think it's fine. We went ahead and gave his armor to John, our swordmaster. For now, he's wearing a flat top with mail. His fatigue is, of course, pitiful, as a swordmaster's usually is. We're going to want to put him in light armor, but just for now, him wearing that I think is fine. Okay. I feel like I need to level up Raynor, though. As a beast slayer, I also feel like that guy would use a crossbow. Let's just give that to him. That'll help him with his fatigue, and he'll deal better damage versus armor. So, what we're doing now, just another quest. I saw these guys were kind of raiding in this area. I want to take out these goblins real quick. We're trying to get our money situation looking right. We're trying to level up some of our less experienced brothers. And we've got a quest to go to a goblin location, which we will happily go to. This is going to be kind of an annoying fight, but it shouldn't take that long. While I was in the town of Grafenheid, I was visiting the inn, and the guy mentioned basically that there are two locations, one to the west and one to the east, that have rare loot. And I don't know if we'll manage to find it today, but I sure would like to. Alright, we're just trying to get lucky here. Every one of those types of kills we get. Yeah, we're not getting lucky at all. Is one less goblin we have to walk through on our way to the ambushers in the back. We don't want to dissolve our front line quite yet. Keep our shields in place. Do we have any good targets? Not really. 44% aren't great. Look how sweet that looks. The horns going down and the horns going up. I couldn't resist. I'm sure y'all understand. Some of our armor is a little tattered right now. Ooh, that was a heavy hit. So I don't think I've mentioned it yet, guys, but I am still sick. It's kind of hard for me to talk without, like, coughing and stuff. I am feeling a little bit better, though. I've just tried to, like, stay active and not slow down. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I get a cold, the worst thing that I usually can do is to take a bunch of medicine and then, like, stop moving. That makes me feel horrible. So what I try to do is, like, take as little medication as possible. And just, even if it sucks, try and get, like, one workout or something in there. I honestly find that helps me a ton. So that's what I've been doing. Yep, that was a big sneeze. Yep, sorry. Alright, let's get this net off of Mudun. Just clearing the way. We gotta get this net off of us, and we'll also use Indomitable here, so we don't get shanked. I would love to hit him and knock him off this pedestal. We'll step in there. Of course they have footwork, and they can get away from us. But if they're doing that, then they're not hitting us, which is also fine. Man, good throw, Skeep. So I'm finding that our new brothers are performing quite well. Of course, they have the benefits of our ridiculously good armor. But we're able to maintain kind of the synergies we've had before. And as they get higher in level, we'll have more unique stuff, like John D will be deployed out to the flanks, used as a skirmisher. We'll have some really good throwing weapons in the front lines. That poison sucked. Who's poisoned? Leisure side. Is that it? Okay. It's a pretty atrocious battle. Just trying to get lucky. Alright, let's get that kill. And then see if maybe we want to start moving up. Alright, get the kill, buddy. Nice. And with that poison, he really doesn't have a chance. Kind of sucks they gave them this really good defensive high ground position. Gonna step forward there with Hans. That's what we really needed. Is for Gimli to land one of those types of shots. I don't want to leave. A lot of our backline is kind of injured, except these three on the bottom. I don't want to leave Leisure Side or Raynor exposed. And I think with Behemoth pressuring in the backline, we're safe to push up. They'll probably run from us, these three. Not surprised to see these two stand and fight. Oh, that hurt. If we move in here, we should have the fatigue we need to take a line shot. %6 are so bad. Step in here, that'll make it a lot easier for Gimli to land his hits. Very good. 63, can we do it? No, but we hit the other guy. If we step up here, we should be able to get both of them. Beautiful. Muldoon just slaying greenskins now. Alright, let's do it. Line shot. That's one of them. We really need tools right now. We're running pretty low. Alright, we could tie him down, and now there's only one guy left on the battlefield. Maybe we can catch him with adrenaline? Maybe, maybe not. We'll run him down. We'll just move everyone up. So sorry for the slightly unexciting fight here to start today's episode off. Still feels good to get our revenge on the Goblin Menace. For all the trouble they put us through. Alright, good hit. Perfect. Alright, not a single one escaped. Skeeb has leveled, and this is quite a nice haul of things that we can sell for a decent profit. And we didn't have to go very far away from Grafenhad. I think the prices here are okay. 17 tells me that, yeah, it's not bad. Sell off a lot of this stuff. We're using a lot of our resources to repair things that we're not actually using. But yeah, I mean, sitting at 25,000 gold is not bad. But as soon as we see a piece of armor that we want that costs 20-something thousand, that will be gone. And I think we can finally get rid of the decayed Great Helm. And not even just because we are about to probably be heading... I think we're heading into the Undead Crisis. Let's give everyone some drinks while we're here. And Skeep. Alright, so Skeep is leveled. And I think now is a great time to take advantage of getting him Throwing Mastery. And another 4 in range skill. 3 in fatigue, I think we have to take that. And probably just a 3 in melee defense as well. Keeping him tanky. Bit by bit, his fatigue gets better and better, and he becomes more and more useful. Alright, so now where we're off to, we're going to go destroy the Stabber's Den. And we're going to be on the lookout for any place around here that houses raiders, potentially. Because that's where the innkeep said there would be some good loot. A bunch of spiders and 1 hex. I guess I'll let her go. She's running in the complete opposite direction of where I want to be. So let's just go take out the Stabber's Den. Almost an identical fight to what we just did. Is everyone in decent condition? Some of our armor is not great. Let's pull out Behemoth. Last thing we want to do is lose some brothers to like a junky goblin fight. We could just stick in John here. Something like that. He's not going to do much with this armor setup. It would be much better if he was holding or wearing the night cloak with this helmet. But he doesn't have the requisite skills yet to be defensible. So until then, we're just going to play him as an early brother who needs to wear the heaviest armor. And this is almost like an identical battle. And of course, he has a heater shield, so they're going to shoot at him a ton. He also doesn't have Battle Forged. Jesus. This is going to be quite the annoying battle without our warbows. They're moving first and taking all the high ground from us. And Rainer is kind of screwed with that poison on him already. That first kill would have been pretty nice to get. Alright, that was clutch. That let us kind of get up here and take this high ground. Yeah, we're going to push forward with very key brothers. We're going to shield wall here and probably never move him, to be honest. Can't see anything. What's on the other side here? It must be a goblin. Yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't move into that bush. So We want to make sure that Rainer moves backwards. Alright, that sucked. Wow, an 8% shot he hit. Good job, Skeeb. We'll stay here. Move back there. Alright, I like that a lot. Now, John's not in great shape, but with his shield wall up, plus being on the high ground, he's not that poor off. It's not great, though. We'll just shield wall here as well. It may discourage shooting into this back line. Alright, bone plating taking some hits for us. Come on, you dirty gobos. Alright, the net sucks. I was going to step up and almost guaranteed get a kill there, but now it's hard to say. Alright, and John D is just not a good archer yet. I was kind of hoping Ragnar would get us a kill. Alright. Let's shut some of these dudes down. Alright, we went for the decapitation and we didn't get it. Man, we don't even have what we need to shield wall there. We don't have what we need to break free, I guess. We need 4 AP to do that. There's really no point in doing anything else. Could Indomitable here anticipating some armor piercing damage. I feel like most of the archers are just going to be doing exactly what he just did. Alright, that sucked. Come on. Don't kill him. He was an extremely expensive investment. You're saying our weapon might break? Yeah, we're not going to use it anymore after that. The durability on this thing is pretty low, I guess. We'll wait there. Shield wall. And I guess we can switch our weapon here. Who are we going to focus? Probably this guy. Move up with Leisure Side. That would have been a nice kill to get. Let's try and get past, and we certainly do. So the only one we don't have tied down is this ambusher here. And I guess we'll hide him inside of the bushes. And pass. Couple moderately tricky goblin fights to start today's episode off. My general idea is for us to head south right now. Just take a few easy fights, make some money, head south to the taxidermist. And make some of those attachments we've been wanting to make for a while. Alright. Instead of attacking him, I moved in to try and lock the other guy down. This should be like a guaranteed kill. Almost. 79%. Very good. Having two bodies on him should have basically 100% make sure that he's dead. So just while we're finishing this up, guys, I had a few things that I want to talk about, mostly YouTube related. So if you're not interested, feel free to like fast forward. But first thing I wanted to say is thank you guys for all the support you've been showing, especially on the Battle Brothers series. If you've kind of been sticking with my channel, I know some of you watch more than just Battle Brothers, which I promise you I appreciate. I have a lot of series going right now. Some I think a lot of you would enjoy. I've never even seen this before. The carved ivory iconographs. Revered members of Goblin Society. Okay. And I don't really do anything on my channel to like promote. And maybe that's a mistake. You know, I've said many times that for me this isn't about like trying to make money. It's about like trying to grow a community of nice people who are interested in similar stuff. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. It's one of my favorite things to do. And some of you I've kind of gotten to know. And for me, that's what it's all about. So basically, I guess what I'm saying is I hope you give my other videos a chance and maybe try and find something else on my channel that you like. I'm growing at a pace that I think is pretty awesome. Almost like a subscriber a day, which feels just unbelievable to me. Nice level up on leisure side. I don't know. I wish I had prepared something more articulate to say. But I guess what I'm trying to say is just feel free to watch the other videos if you like them. Another thing I was going through, YouTube has some pretty amazing like analytics that you can look at whenever you have a YouTube channel. If any of you guys have ever been curious about how all that stuff works, I know I was before I made my channel. Yeah, let's just give him a warbow for now. And I guess we'll repair that. It's pretty interesting how it all works. Is he close to level? Let's do that. Anyone else can go in instead. I think Hans can come out. I feel like I'm a bit frazzled, I guess. Let's put in Lancel. This is going to be an easy fight. It doesn't really matter. But I'm not going to pass any fights on the way back because it's just easy money and easy experience. But judging by the analytics, I can see easily, you know, how many people watch my channel versus how many people watch my channel and subscribe. So what I've seen is that about 3/4 of the people who watch my videos don't subscribe, but they watch on like a regular basis. It's pretty interesting. So you know, I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking to myself, man, if some of those people subscribed that watch my videos every day, that would be super helpful. I'm not 100%. I can't tell you like crazy specifics on how like algorithms work, but I know that things trend, right? Even in, you know, small channels such as myself, there's competition for certain, games that people are trying to play. And I'm trying to reach as many people as I can, of course. So I guess what I'm asking is, if you guys watch my videos every day and you have the ability to subscribe, I would appreciate it if you did. Not because of any like weird, I don't know, like a weird like popularity contest type of thing on my part, but pretty much exclusively because I want other people to find the channel. I'm finding more and more as I play games, especially multiplayer games, that kind of like civility feels dead. And it feels that way, but I know it's not the case. I play with people on a daily basis who are rude, especially multiplayer games, MOBAs, any tactical games where, most everyone in the room is a smart person, So sometimes you get people talking down to each other. Sometimes you're dealing with kids, maybe younger people. Hate to say kids, teenagers, whatever, just lack maturity. And sometimes you got grown men and women who just don't know how to act, And all I've really ever wanted for my channel was to be a place, for the people who believe in civility, to have a place to hang out. Eventually, I'm going to get to the point where I feel like I'm big enough that I think my channel should have a Discord, so that anytime you want to play a game with me, and you see that I'm in Discord, you'll absolutely be able to, I play a ton of different games, as you probably noticed. Every now and then I find a new game that I like, but a lot of times I'm playing some pretty good classic games. Lots of stuff is multiplayer. So when I get to that point, I'll certainly be letting you guys know. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. YouTube for me is fun, and it's something I like to do. I don't get paid to do it, so it's technically, I guess you could say, a hobby for me. So I am balancing pretty finely between, investing the amount of time that a technical hobby should have versus investing the amount of time like a full-time job should have. And because if you know me, if you've watched my videos, you know that I'm a dad. I also deal daily with a pretty serious illness. That's gotten better over the years, thanks to some pretty major surgeries, but like, I'm still pretty damn sick most of the time, which limits a lot of my options. So, man, what am I trying to say? I guess I'm trying to say there will be a tipping point where YouTube for me becomes a much more serious thing. And if you're here now, I want you to stick around, because at some point it's gonna get even better, right? There's gonna be streams. There's going to be, like I said, a Discord. There'll be opportunities for you guys to play games with me. I would love to do co-ops with some of you that have been around for, months and months, and get a chance to know you for real. I mean, I watch streams myself. I watch, especially like Magic the Gathering is probably one of my favorite types of streams to watch. And one of the things that I love about that is it's a game where you can kind of sit and think and talk, and it's kind of a community thing, right? Man, Svarog is killing it. And every time I watch, a really good Magic streamer, I always think to myself, that's what I want. I want to be able to sit with a bunch of people who are like-minded, kind, and just relax and play games. That's all I want to do, either in real life or in the internet life. That's all I want. So we're going to get there at some point. It may be soon. And I'm the type of person that doesn't like to jump into anything until I understand it. So I'm trying to jump into the process of understanding YouTube better, to the point where when and if my channel ever becomes monetized in some way, I'm ready for that. And it's still pretty early. But I know there's always, every time I watch streamers and YouTubers and stuff, there's always a ton of interest in the whole process of becoming monetized. How much money can a YouTuber make, And of course I'm interested in that as well. but not probably in the same way that I think a lot of people are. I'm fortunate enough to not exactly need the money. So I can tell you, you know, with a straight face that if I ever, like, become a full-time streamer slash YouTuber, that I'm not going to ever beg anybody for donations or, you know, anything like that, because I'm not going to need your money to survive, guys. But what I would want is for y'all to come and hang out with me when that time comes. And for those of you that I do talk to on almost a daily basis, revolving around either this series or others, over time, you know, I'm going to consider you guys right now, y'all are like buddies. Over time, we might become friends, you know. Don't hesitate to share anything about yourself. I'll share about myself over the months and months to come. I'm a personable guy, I think, with some life experience. If you ever want to talk about anything that's video game related or not, feel free. Trying to see if we maybe can rotate some of our fresher brothers in here. I really want to get Behemoth leveled. I feel like we can just take out Svarog and put him in like that, just to get him the experience. Who is not? I want to separate everyone by who's over level 11 and who's not. Okay, let's fight him. So going into like the monetization thing and like what my goals are in the short term, I have reached the amount of views necessary as dictated by YouTube in order to become a monetized channel. So views per month, I want to say it's 4,000. That's kind of just off the top of my head. I think that's the case. Good hit. We even got an injury there. So I hit that somewhat easily, I'm proud to say. A lot of y'all watch my videos. My videos are quite long. I think it's 4,000. Is it 4,000 hours? View hours might be the case, or is it views? See, now that I'm saying it, I'm confusing myself. But I reached that point. The next big milestone that I have to reach is 1,000 subscribers. And I don't know what I can do about achieving that other than kind of self-promoting. Whether I do that at the beginning of my videos, I know I always kind of identify myself. I say my name, I say the name of my channel. But there may become a point where I need to kind of ask for subscribers and ask for those type of things. And I don't want it to feel weird. It's a pretty neat little battle we've got going on here, actually. We're going to step up, take that high ground. If we still have movement left, yeah, we're going to get in there. Pretty scary weapons here, but we've managed to close the distance. I would say I doubt they're masters of the polearm and the axe. Good hits. The long axe is a scary weapon, but if Muldoon can hit with that axe, should be able to kill him. Ooh, a throwing spear into our shield, but that's a big orc shield. This is the only weapon I'm really scared of. And he missed, so we're in the safe zone. This is Zach. Zach has our banner. Alright, line shot. Come on, Muldoon. We needed to get that kill. He's going to try and punch us. Yeah, we're going to move right past him. Good hit from Leisure side. Can't believe this dude is still alive. He's going to bleed out. We're going to use our adrenaline to kill this raider before he gets a chance to attack anyone. I think Behemoth, despite his armor being torn up, is fine. Let's get this pole hammer out too. Come on, man. Missed 2. That felt pretty bad. What were our chances? He missed 2 73s. Alright, that doesn't feel good. Would love to get this guy with the war brand out of here. He's very injured. If we hit him, we should kill him. And we missed him. Alright, that was good. Didn't want to risk another swing of that weapon. He's got riposte. We don't have to be that worried about that. Another line shot. Perfect. Okay. Let's tie down these archers if we can. Perfect. Free gold for us and free experience. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to talk about that. I felt like some of you might find it interesting. Some of you might want to know what my goals are down the road. And I'm trying to be just transparent. I have no plans on, like, stopping doing YouTube anytime soon. In the future, I may want to go back to school. I do have a GI Bill that's not been completely used. Thinking about finishing up my degree in Russian. Kind of a daunting task, but I think I can do it. Probably have to learn to speak Spanish as well as part of the degree program. Other stuff I've been looking into. Picked up that long axe. It's going to be quite valuable. And we'll just head back and sell. And now I think we're going to head down, probably past Finsterwald. I'm excited to go to Strockberg just because they have such a big city where we can get ourselves some more supplies that we don't have access to now. We're also running low on tons of different things. They have a taxidermist, which we almost desperately want to visit. Let's not accidentally sell our impaler. And I think we're going to start holding on to the bludgeons whenever we get them. Because we're getting close to the point, like I've mentioned before, where we are going to want to go to the witch's hut. And our entire team that doesn't have a gnarly staff is going to hold a bludgeon. Alright, almost 30k, but I mean that'll get whittled down by the time we get there. Sure, we'll be able to take another fight or two. I would love to go out into the wilderness here and take some of these big warlord orc fights. Almost guaranteed good loot, good experience, and lots of fun for me. And just in time, Finsterwald decides not to hate us anymore. That's great. So they were basically hostile towards us. If we'd have gone there, I think they were threatening. They would have attacked us, I believe. Yeah, that's not something we want. They have a quest for us. This will probably have to do with getting rid of Hexen. They want us to kill greenskins. Okay. Around Camp Waiter. I'll need some time to think about this. Where exactly is Camp Waiter? They want us to go all the way down there to fight them. That's not exactly what I want to do. See what this is. Witches, yeah. That's one of those things that's just plain old not worth it. And this city doesn't have anything but a taxidermist, so we're going to head down to Strasbourg. Because I do believe... Whoa. Do they hate us again? How did that happen? Is it because we haggled over prices? Did that do that? Oh, that would be ridiculous. Alright, they have tools. Good, good. Now before we spend any crowns, we need to check their armory. For something amazing. No. I mean, I would kind of like to get another set of metal pauldrons. They have another Cell Swords armor, which is okay. And no amazing weapons either. Dang. Okay, it wasn't meant to be. The sell prices here aren't great either. We can check the kennel. We do need some more war dogs. We've lost quite a few in recent battles. John D. We could probably even use more than that and use some of our pelts to make armor for the dogs. But I'm not going to pass up all of that. They also have ammunition for very cheap. I think I'm just going to buy all of it. I'm also going to buy that armored war dog. Whoops. Give that to John there. So we are well supplied and we're sitting at 25k right now. I guess we could buy some food. That should put us up to only 6 days. That's not good. Need bread, 7 days. Okay. There are no quests for us here, which does suck. I'm curious, can we still take quests from them? I don't think so. Not at threatening. No. If we were a little bit weaker, I bet they would have attacked us. Well, that does suck. Let's head down to Wissendorf. Yeah, they're going to swarm them. I would have happily killed 10 of those guys just to get their teeth and stuff so we can make some more necklaces. Maybe there'll be some good contracts here. They want us to go to Dornan, Bruckberg. Tell them I need some time to think about it. Grave robbers. That's the type of stuff I want to be doing right now. Just easy money. I'm sure there's nothing here for us. Where is that place? Yep, just right up there. Yeah, let's go do that. And then I guess we'll travel down to Camp Waiter after. We might take that contract to patrol from Dornan to Bruckberg, because there's almost certainly some untapped places there for us to fight. And this will either be raiders or zombies. Our gear should be pretty close to repaired. I don't know which though. Gimli, let's do this. Just in case there are Geists here, I don't think I'm going to take out Zach. Something like this, maybe. We'll just camp until morning. That way we have the range advantage over whatever's in there. You enter the graveyard to find the grave robbers right where Friedrich of Wissendorf thought they'd be, knee-deep in someone else's afterlife. Drawing your sword, you tell them to put down whatever jewelry they think they're going to make off with. One of the men stands up, arms raised, and makes his case. Before you kill us, can I say something? We have a map. I know it sounds like a lie, but just hear me out. We have a map that can lead you to immense treasures. You let us go and I'll give it to you. Kill us and well, you'll never see it. Tempting. I'm going to kill them all. One, I don't know if this is going to piss off the guys at Wissendorf. But two, we're going to make a ton off of killing these dudes. All of these raiders. And whatever place they're alluding to, we'll probably be able to find it on our own. We've got an abundance of places to go to right now. Sorry guys, had to blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. Being sick is no fun. I was worried for a moment because my kids were starting to sound sick as well. When you're a parent, there's like nothing worse than having sick kids. It makes you feel miserable. Because most of the time, you can't really do anything to help them. You know, you can give them their medicine. You can try and make them comfortable. But yeah, my daughter had the cough, and then my son was coughing as well. Let's step out a little bit here. Let them come to us. We'll use our archers, Zach mainly, try and snipe theirs. Okay, that hurt a little bit. And I do see Barabbas Brimstone. Or Barabbas, if you're a biblical person. He's got some good gear, too. I mean, that's a noble sword, a reinforced mail hauberk. He's got a heater shield. And I think that's a kettle hat. Go for an aim shot. Perfect. Wow, we one-shotted him? What are the odds of that? I thought he was at full health. 44 plus 49. Or 49, I should say. We don't have the fatigue at all to do any of the lunges. I think we'll step in here just because we can attack. We don't need his armor, of course. It's expensive. It would be nice to sell. Still kind of worried about these marksmen up here getting some sort of lucky shots on us. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. We don't have anyone who's in critical condition. If they want to hit our back line, they'll probably have to step forward a bit more. We're going to have a point-blank shot on this dude that we can follow up with a ranged hit. Worth noticing that he has riposte up, double overwhelm. Alright, Raynor. Raynor has a great sword, which is not going to help us in this situation. Very good. That billhook has been on Ragnar for a long time, and I'm sure he's gotten a ton of kills with it. Good to remember that he is going to have 9 lives, almost assuredly. There he goes. Can you get the kill, John? You cannot. It would have been nice. Alright, we hit him in the head. 1 crossbowman tied down, and I'm sure the rest will try and run. Honestly, this was kind of a nice change of pace from where we've been in Battle Brothers. I'm just fighting all of these like smaller armies, because soon enough it's going to be the undead crisis upon us. And we're going to be fighting nothing but fallen heroes and armored Wiedegangers and necromancers forever. We'll just pass our turn completely and let the AI run away. It's over. So we did get the hat. 250. And we'll save the bludgeon. As we mentioned, let's come down here and get our cash. $2K is nice. That helps us to pay for a lot of the supplies we just bought. What are the prices like here? We haven't been adorning in quite some time. I'll just sell some of the cheap stuff. Because I think I will take this contract. They're going to give us 400 crowns right now. And now we need to kind of come into the wild and get some heads. They're almost certainly not just going to show up on the road from here to here and then back. Fritz the Phoenix sprints into your tent, nearly taking out one of the stakes and bringing the whole thing down. Sweat flies off his face and onto your maps. You look at the man with a stare that demands a good answer for what he's doing. He explains that the Hedge Knights, Sir Gimli Hammerhead and Behemoth the Black, are getting into it. They've both picked up weapons and look about ready to kill each other. Having the 2 largest men in the company do battle probably isn't the best for the health of, well, everyone. You quickly rush to the scene. Show me to them. You find Sir Gimli Hammerhead with a great sword in hand, and Behemoth the Black is twirling a giant axe around like a child would a stick. Most of the men have cleared out. Fritz the Phoenix explains that the 2 have unfinished business from a jousting tournament. Another brother steps forward, begging that the Hedge Knights put their differences aside, but Behemoth the Black throws him out of the way. Golems of might and terror that they are, perhaps it is wise to seek an end to this confrontation. I think I've seen this before, and I'm pretty sure there's a legitimate chance that one of them kills the other. I don't know if this will stop them, But I think I'm actually going to... Ooh, 1,000 crowns to both of you? That's 2k? Oh my god. Save yourselves for the battlefield. Okay, they both get hurt. Alright, that's better than them dying. The two hedge knights stand there, eyes only on their opponent and with no regard to your words, each breath heaving out their massive chests. A short moment and they charge one another. The clash is loud, metal shattering, bone crunching. Growls follow every attempt to kill. So sonorous become the weapon swings. The sword catches the shaft of the giant axe, and the two blades snap against one another. The hedge knights exchange cruel stares over the crossing, then quickly disarm and pull daggers, stabbing each other repeatedly. As they fall to the ground, neither man seems the least bit bothered by the wounds. They give up on the pitiful daggers and turn to using their own mitts, punching each other so fiercely you see teeth scattering amongst the blood sprays. The company looks to you for guidance, and it is becoming steadily or readily obvious that the men seek to fight to a finish. See if Wonton Fu can help. The monk nods, stepping forward and calmly walking between the two men. His hands are raised, the fingers trailing to and fro as they mimic the shapes of old religious rites. He speaks of the gods and how they judge men for what they are and what they do. He says that some gods might find this battle favorable, but that most would not. Most of all, though, the monk says that if they truly wish to fight, then there is plenty of room for that after they die. However, if they kill one another, the loser is given great prestige in the afterlife, and the winner will not. For this violence serves no purpose than to give the victor pride. Surprisingly, this oddity in religious rules calms the men down. The monk invites them to talk more, and they do so. The three walking off, hands gesticulating, backs arcing in bellowing laughter. As for the rest of the company, they just seem happy nobody got killed. And he gets 2 more resolve. That's why you have a monk in the party, guys. Jesus, I was really scared they were going to kill each other. But yet not willing to spend 2,000 crowns. And they're injured. Let's see just how injured. Behemoth's gear is pretty beat up. Wonton also leveled. Something like that should help. And John D has also leveled. So John D is our sneaky ninja. We want to give him nimble, but I think he's also going to need bow mastery first. He's feeling a little bit useless at the moment. And I also think I'm going to take this 4 in hit points, because that'll put him up over that 70 threshold. He had a lot of other really good rolls, but I'm happy with that. No more HP for him. Actually, HP would be good on him. Ugh. If we see a really good melee defense roll, we'll take it. But for the most part, HP works well with Nimble. We'll see. Nimble will definitely be something we unlock on him. I think we're good to take this fight if we want it. Let's switch up a little bit. I think this is fine. Alright, let's get in there and get some heads. Today's episode, I don't mind it being a little bit long because it's going to be filled with a lot of these smaller type fights and me rambling about YouTube related stuff, which I hope you don't mind. And John's almost a good archer, which is going to be a pretty major component of his ability to stick and move. Nice. I didn't really want to get that kill. If we get it, you know, by accident, I'm okay with it. I'm expecting them to be funneled down south here. Good hit. What I'm going to do actually is step forward and spear wall that, because I think we can tie off this whole area nicely. Step there. Step here. Step there. And get behind Muldoon. Let's see what they got. They're going to be charging us. Spear Wall is going to clear these two spaces. I don't mind if they charge Lancel. Nice. I love spears. Spears, I think, are probably my favorite weapon in the game. It's pretty close. Well, I guess that's what I get for shooting at someone with a shield. Good job, Ragnar. And we'll Indomitable there to make sure they don't stun us. Step down, go for the line shot. We hit both of them. I actually went for the gash this time, and we managed to get an injury. Put 2 injuries on him, he's as good as dead. And yeah, we were smart there to Indomitable. Step forward with our crossbowmen for the better shots. And then we'll hold back with Jotnar to let our spear wall be effective in this position. Luckily, orcs are not renowned for their ability to throw javelins, or else we might have taken some serious damage from those. John D with the kill, going to get some experience from that. It's time to step up. Line shot. Nice. Can we get all the way there? We can't. He landed the stun with the tree branch. I'm a little bit shocked he had the nerve to come back in. I thought for sure I was going to have to try and chase him down. Could step in here and take a point blank shot. Great sword. No real reason to give him the great sword other than it's an awesome weapon I'm tired of looking at in my inventory. And a nice easy 11 heads for us. Decent crowns. I guess we'll explore further. You know what, we should go to Dornan first. Generally, I like to go all the way to the end, so here, and then on the way back. That way I know exactly how much time I have. We can always camp here. The prices in Dornan should still be very good for us. They're a friendly place. They get a lot of trade. They now have safe roads. So buying things, never great, but selling things is always a pleasure in Dornan. I don't want that. Don't need that. I'm valuing our tools right now over the extra money we could be making. Good price on that amber. And we do need tools. So we'll buy some. Not a ton though. We don't want to buy too many. We don't want to buy a lot of things from Dornan. There's nothing there for us to get. So let's just head on up to Brookburg. There are some major cities here that we haven't been to in a while. They might have some really good stuff for us to buy. I mean, there's a weaponsmith and an armorer there. And I don't know if I can pass up 12 more heads and some more good orc kills. So John has leveled as well. He desperately is going to need brawny. That gives him an immediate 13 fatigue. Okay, and as a fencer, initiative is important. Fatigue is very important. Melee skill is important. Fortunately for us, we don't need to take this 2 roll here. And HP becomes very important as well. He's brave already, so that's going to spare us from having to put any points in resolve. Unfortunately, he has 2 stars in resolve, so that's not so hot. I think we're going to take the 2 in fatigue, and probably this natural 3 here in melee defense. And I honestly don't hate that. And then on our witch hunter, we are going to give him... I kind of wanted to give him 9 lives. I don't think anyone in our squad has that. Yeah, can't pass a 5. That's ridiculous. And I think I'll just take a 3 in range defense. Witch Hunter would also want to have Fortified Mind. It wouldn't be that useful on him, but I think it's pretty thematic. Headhunter, maybe? Probably Berserk as well. Relentless. Resilient. I'm going to give him 9 lives. We're going to go a little bit off the reservation here with his build. He's still going to be strong and he's still going to be useful. So nothing really bad about it. Let me double check everyone to make sure they're good. Because there's orc warriors in this and we don't really want to play around with orc warriors. Behemoth is not so hot. He's okay though. And I think we're fine. As long as we don't get some like surprise champion or something, we should be good. Focus down the berserkers and the young. Leave the warriors to fend for themselves. Okay. And the game's going to give them a little bit of terrain here to scoot forward with. Alright, there's one big ugly. We want to take the high ground, but we really want to do it with someone with Indomitable. That way we're not getting knocked off. We'll spread out here. Nice. Let's get that spear wall up. This is a deceptively dangerous fight that we don't have our A-team in. I think we're just going to put ourselves here. Make them take it from us. Would love to focus the Berserkers, but they were in such a weird area. There was nothing we could do. Spear Wall should protect us. If it doesn't, then we're going to wish we had Indomitable, but seemed fine there. 52%. Alright, that's armor down. 2 big injuries. Arm muscles and leg muscles pierced. Okay, Raynor, what are you rocking? Alright, let's just keep using the Impaler for now. Ooh, stepping into the back line, eh? A little bit dangerous. Alright, Spear Wall's not broken. Wonton Fu is a Spear Master. Alright, he's as good as dead. Start putting some hits on him. Might need to drop a dog or two. We just don't have the heavy hitting that we need, is what it feels like. I'm going to step up here just because of the line shot, but it's not great. I'm pretty worried about these Orc Berserkers coming down on Behemoth. Alright, he went for the back line. John D, man. Nice. Very good. A little bit of overwhelm too. Shield Wall's not going to protect us from being stunned. And I think a combo of Ragnar plus Modun should be able to handle this guy. Nice little 1-2 punch there. Oh my god, no. Well, that was brutal. We're going to have to turn all our focus on this warrior. Should be able to hit him pretty hard. I would like to try and net down that Berserker, maybe. Now, we have Lunge available. But there's no one 2 targets away that we can really get to. And using a fencing sword against Orc armor is almost a surefire way to break it. We're already loaded with Raynor, and our melee skill on him is a lot lower. his range skill. So we're going to believe. Oh, God. Well, I was going to net down that Berserker. I thought for sure we'd be faster. I guess not. Let's go, doggo. Okay. We're going to rotate here to put Ragnar in a little bit less terrible of a position. Alright, that's what we needed. Dog comes out to help. And that was the other thing we needed. Routing was pretty pivotal to our game plan here. Expect our dog to get killed. Let's say a prayer for Folkir as well. Nice. Behemoth says no. You stand here, you coward. Alright, it's all good. We'll take a step back. John D, we will go ahead and give him his bow back. Go for some lucky shots. Perfect. 2 stacks of overwhelm. Alright, that's enough of that. We need to shoot him point blank with a crossbow. Long axe here. 47. We needed to get lucky. That's really good. Trying to break him before he gets a chance to swing. I really meant to hit that guy. Come on, Folkir. Oh, thank goodness. He's bleeding too. Yeah. Let's go, warrior. We need all available resources. Try and break him. Give them alternate targets. Good hit, and that breaks him. So the only one we have left to break is this guy. And he's not even really all that close to breaking. Still not dead. We're going to go for these instead of going for this somewhat easy kill. Come on. Oh my god, Folkir, you're still alive, buddy. Behemoth chased him down. What a nail biter. But this is what you get when you put in a lot of B-team guys against units as tough as Orc Warriors. Warrior steps in to fill the gap for us. Perfect. And that is a complete rout, ladies and gentlemen. And we have survived. Ragnar, as always, being the closer. And the last word, the last word goes to Folkir, as it should be. Good job surviving on that one. What a dangerous fight. Let's head up to Brookburg while we repair our stuff and lick our wounds. Not even a single level from that. I think that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I kind of wanted to go up north, though. Check the armor. Once again, no good loot. I mean, I see some decent stuff, but nothing that we really want. Prices on tools are excellent. Keep buying the cheap food. And we'll buy another war dog. Yeah, before we go, let's go ahead and head up to Brunwald. We haven't been there in a while. There's always battles taking place here. And yeah, I mean, 13 brigands there. We're going to ignore them. We only need 8 more heads to finish our quest. But Brunwald is the type of place that has an armor, a weaponsmith, and a training hall. They're also preparing a feast. Pretty expensive coat of scales is all they have for us. A full helm. We don't really have many full helms. It's kind of a weird thing that has happened to us in this playthrough. And no unique weapons either. Well, let's get John Veteran's Lessons. And Skeeb. I think we'll leave the rest alone. I was mostly concerned about John catching up, being as he's the lowest level. And this place has all the tools. Alright, I think that's all we need. But that was probably worth the trip by itself. The maximum number of tools we can have at any time is 200. And I don't think the reserve, like we can't just buy like 400 and it goes into our inventory. I don't think that's how that works. Otherwise, I would buy all of them and just keep them. Who are they fighting? Oh, they're fighting the undead? No. That sounds miserable to end today's episode. Fighting in the swamps. It's a new day. We can always just have hope that they got new stuff. I think supply rolls over around midday. I said I was going to end the episode, and I'm just walking around now. Tomb of Sir Magnus. You know what? We're going to start tomorrow's episode with this fight, and I think we're going to do it with a better prepared party than what we're currently rocking. I'm happy to get all this experience on our bros, but it can be a little bit miserable without some of the heavy hitters in here. Let's at least have our big weapons. Something like this, perhaps. How's that look? Hans is okay. Kata. If this is going to be Ancient Dead, which it probably is, I don't want to rely too heavily on archers. Crossbows are better. And even better than that would be big blunt weapons. Yeah, looks good. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching this longer episode. If you sat through all of my random ramblings about YouTube and the future and my life, then I appreciate you. But other than that, I hope you just look forward to the next episode where we continue to beat the hell out of enemies in Battle Brothers, to look for adventures. And yeah, so I guess this is my general game plan right now. Take this fight, head back to Wizendorf. From Wizendorf, probably head up to, or down to Camp Waiter, actually. Visit the taxidermist, and then from there we'll either explore or we'll make it a point to go straight to the witch's hut. It'll be one of those two things. I'd be interested to know what you guys prefer. I think we're ready for the witch's hut, honestly. Our brothers are all sitting at like 60 plus resolve. We have a decent combo of bannermen plus sergeant, although that doesn't really matter. What we would probably do for the witch's hut battle is to put our banner on Wonton with that 122 resolve, thanks to his brain damage and his constant being a monk giving him resolve. And we would just huddle around with bludgeons, and I think we could do it, and it would be pretty fun. But anyway guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and once again, I will see you in the next one guys. Take care.